Alright guys, my last story time for tonight. God, I'm doing 3 of these today, but I know a lot of you guys do like the story time videos, and I don't know how much I'm going to space them out from each other. I might post them all the same week, who knows. But I started off talking about a really weird time taking a dump at a buffet. Certainly weird. Then I got my anger off my chest talking about how I got screwed by an insurance company, QBE. And now I'm feeling better, and I feel kind of happy because now I'm thinking about my Christina, my wife, Christina. And I figured I would do a little video about that because all you guys deserve to know what's going on in my world. And obviously, as most of you have known or recognize, that I do have a wedding ring on. So there's no hiding it. Not that I'm trying to hide it, but it's time to really just talk about it a little bit. I did get married. I got married on October 29th, 2014. And Christine and I picked that day because that is when Gus turned 4. So my little Gus, he's getting older. Bulldogs usually lived about 8 years, maybe 10 if you're lucky. So he's about halfway through his life, which I'm not even going to continue talking about because honestly, occasionally I'll think about it, like how he's not going to live forever, and I start fucking crying like a baby. I can't take it. He's like my kid. You know, I don't have kids yet. I plan on having kids, but right now he is my baby, and just thinking about that shit gets me really, really messed up. I don't know what I'm going to do when he's gone. Pet owners out there, you know what it's like when you have a dog or a cat or something, and I mean that's your family. Some people just have pets to have pets because they have kids and they wanted a dog or some shit, but some people out there, you can really relate to me when you have a pet that is part of your family, and you know, when they pass on, it's like a parent or a sister or brother or a child or something. It's super devastating. Anyway, let's get off that subject. I don't want to start fucking crying. It's a happy video. So yeah, I picked the October 29th because that was Gus's birthday. I'll show you a couple pictures here while I'm talking of Gus's birthday. He turned 4 years old, and I picked that day because I'll always remember it. You know, I know my wife's birthday, but I'm honestly hard. I have a hard time. I'm hard. I'm not hard right now, just so you know. I have a hard time remembering dates. I don't know what it is. There's certain parts of my life I excel in, like I'm great at math. I love math. For some reason, I can't remember dates, though. I'm horrible with dates. I don't know when holidays are. You know, hey, when's Memorial Day? Shit, if I know, you know. Valentine's Day, hey, good luck. I'll have to ask Google about that. I don't know what it is. I'm just bad with dates. So it was 2 things. First of all, I picked the 29th of October because it's his birthday. A, because I'll remember it. I'll always remember Gus's birthday. And B, when he is long gone, when we celebrate our wedding anniversary, I'll always remember him. Not that I'd forget anyway, but it's a nice time to celebrate and, you know, and think about him. So that's why I picked the 29th. A little bit about Christina. You guys, you know, I did a very short video, you know, showing what she looks like because a lot of people are curious about that kind of stuff. A lot of people always ask, you know, for her to be on camera more, and she's not all that comfortable on camera. She's been on camera like once or twice because, you know, I asked her to, and she was appeasing me. But not everyone's into that kind of stuff, and unfortunately, a lot of people get criticized so much on YouTube. It's the internet. You know, you guys get it, I get it, and it's hard because I don't want to subject her to that. And honestly, I'll flip my shit. If I do some videos and people say some nasty shit about her, I will fucking flip out because I'm like that. I'm very protective, as I'm sure you are with your wife or your girlfriend or your kids. Imagine posting a video and your kids in the video. It's like a really nice family video, and someone's like, wow, your kid's fucked up looking. You know, how shitty is that? How horrible is that for someone to say, you know? So most people on YouTube, they understand that, and as a, you know, protective man in this situation, I don't want to subject her to any possible criticism and stuff. As stupid as it is, and as much as I don't care what people think, I don't want her feelings to get hurt. You know, and I don't want to do drastic things either. So, yeah, so that's why she's not really on camera very much. But let's talk about how we met. Believe it or not, I met Christina through YouTube. It's a pretty cool story, and that's what I'm going to share with you guys. Basically, she lived in Connecticut, and of course I live in Pennsylvania. And once upon a time, she watched my videos, not like regularly. She kind of saw one of my videos. I think what happened was she was searching for something because she likes some like gear things and knives. She's not into it nearly as much as I am, but it's cool that she is into that, and we do have the same hobbies and stuff. But I think she looked up maybe fire making or something, and she saw my video, and she said I look cute, which of course is flattering to me. I'm not everyone's bag, but by any means. But that was flattering to me. But she didn't message me or say anything at all. She just kind of watched the videos, and then she said she looked up something else. And because I'm crazy and I have a million hobbies, of course I kept popping up. So she kind of took notice of me, like, wow, this guy makes videos on everything. And then eventually, she doesn't even recall why, but she sent a message just to say hi. And I get a lot of messages every single day. I get at least 50 messages, and sometimes it's way more. It could be doubled or even tripled. And there's a lot of messages I miss. And this is with the old inbox. Basically, when I get messages, it only shows about 20 messages on the first page. And if you send a message like right this second, it could be like 10 minutes down the road. That message, the title, will be on the next page, so I won't even see it right away. And when I read messages, I always go from the most recent to the oldest. At least it's how I used to do it. Now I try to go from the oldest to the newest, just to make sure that everyone gets an answer, or at least most people get an answer or response. So basically what happened was she just shot me a random message just to say hi, that she enjoyed some of the videos. And she said it's something she never does. She never comments really on videos. She doesn't send messages to anyone. But for some reason, she felt the need to send a message. And I don't think it's luck. I'd like to think it's fate. I happened to see her message, which is completely random. At the time, there were so many messages I was missing. But I happened to see her message. I happened to look at her little icon. And I'm usually a pretty reserved guy. I'm not very forward with women. I'm not flirtatious at all. Of course, I have my reserved feelings, when I was single, and, obviously I think, okay, that girl's pretty hot, or, this girl seems cool, and I don't know why, but for some reason, I started flirting with her, like, hardcore flirting, and I just threw myself out there. I figured, what the fuck, I got nothing to lose, she is super cute, and I threw it out there, and she responded positively, like, holy shit, this girl's super cute, and she's super cool, she's into the same stuff as me. I'm like, no way. And then, I don't want to say exactly what I said, but we started talking a little bit. She mentioned that she was in Connecticut. And I'm like, well, you're not that far from me. It's, 3+ hour drive. Not too far. And I said, you know what? How would you like to go on a date? And she's kind of nervous, but she said, okay. And I'm like, all right, I got a date with this cool chick. And I drove the 3.5 whatever hours, and I picked her up, and absolutely beautiful. Just, I remember pulling up in front of her house, and her uncle was outside doing something with the car. I think he was wiping the car down, or cutting hedges. That's what he was doing, cutting the hedges. And kind of gave me a look like, who the hell is this kid? And I'm like, hi, how you doing? I'm here for Christine. And he's like, oh, okay, whatever. Just kept cutting the hedges, and she popped out the front door. And it was truly love at first sight. Gorgeous. I felt very lucky to be going on a date with this girl. And we went out to a brand new restaurant that opened up in the area. And we had a great time. We hit it off right off the bat. Just, started talking about different things, hobbies. It was a great kind of segue into different conversations. Because, when you're dating and you're talking to people and meeting them for the first time, sometimes it's hard to keep a conversation going. And there's nothing worse than being on a date and not talking because you have nothing to say. Super fucking awkward, super weird. No one wants to be in that position. I did have some experience with some women. I did go on some different dates, and I did, have relationships with some different girls before Christina. And nothing ever really clicked. I felt strongly for some different people. But it was a little bit different. It wasn't really the same. And a lot of times people think they're in love because someone gives you attention, or, someone seems kind of cool and you're kind of friendly with them or whatever. But it's really weird, and I can only talk from my personal experience. But when I was with Christina, I knew it was different. I knew that I was really in love with her. It didn't happen right away either. You know, you got to get to know someone. The love at first sight is definitely a physical thing. You know, you can be in love with someone just because you want to be physical with them, or think you're in love with them. But once you get to know someone, and once you start talking with them and having conversations and, you know, laughing and telling stories and stuff, you know, I truly believe that you have to know someone before you can be in love. And like, it was really weird because all of a sudden we were talking about something and we're fucking cracking up, laughing, and I looked at her, and the way she looked to me, I'm like, holy shit, like, I'm really in love with this girl. And what's super important, I think, with love is that you get it back just as much as you're giving it. With a couple of the other women that I was with before her, I was putting it out there. You know, I'm a loving guy. I'm emotional. You know, I'm kind of sappy sometimes and stuff like that. But I never got it back. Not as much. It wasn't as strong coming at me. And with Christina, I knew that she was in love with me. You know, and that's what's important. You know, you have to get back as much as you're giving into it. There's a lot of relationships out there where one person's madly in love and the other person really doesn't give a shit. And that's super sad to me because it'll never work. It'll never last, and it's not real. So I had this moment with her after dating her for about 3 months or so, and I'm like, I'm in love with this girl. She's awesome. She's everything I ever wanted. I mean, it's not just like, oh yeah, because she's into knives and flashlights and shit like that. That's such a nothingness in the overall scheme of things. She just understood me. You know, making a woman laugh, if you're a guy watching, that's important. A woman wants to have a guy that can make her laugh. Of course, women want someone that's going to be protective, you know, someone, you know, the stereotypical big, strong guy, make a lot of money, all that kind of stuff. That's all nice, but at the end of the day, they want someone that they can trust in. They want someone that will protect them. That is an important thing for women. It's just a natural instinct. You don't want a little pansy guy, you know. You have to be confident. You don't have to be big, strong, macho dickhead either. But you have to be confident in yourself, and you have to, you know, you have to have that kind of dominant role. But I just got her, and she got me, and I can trust her. And that's super important, is to be able to trust someone. When you love someone, there's no secrets. There's no such thing as secrets. You have to be on the same page with everything. With finances, money is very important in life. And you can't have any kind of secrets. You can't, you know, be buying stuff they don't know about. You can't be, you know, creating bills they don't know about, and vice versa. But there's no secrets. Everything that's on your mind, you should be able to talk to them. You know, to sum it up, the perfect wife or the perfect husband is your best friend on the planet. It can't be any other way. The only way a relationship will really work is if you guys are best friends. And think about how amazing that is, to be best friends with someone and enjoy a physical relationship, having sex and pleasing each other. I mean, what's better than basically making love to your best friend? You know, that's what a relationship is about. I think that's what makes the most successful relationships. Sorry guys, I had to cut there for a second. The phone was ringing. The one thing I was talking about, I was getting to sex a little bit here. I think it's kind of important to talk about this for a moment, is that some people will say, you know, they fall in love with someone for who they are and not what they look like. And I think that's beautiful. I think that's wonderful. But I can tell you from experience that, you know, being attracted to someone and wanting to have sex with them and, you know, enjoying sex with them, that is a big part of every relationship. And if you're not physically attracted to someone, I really don't think it's going to work. That person could be a wonderful person. You shouldn't feel bad either. That's the other thing too. If you know someone likes you a lot, don't lead them on. That's the worst thing in the world that can happen. If they have hope that you're going to be with you, you know. Unfortunately, there's a lot of good-looking women out there and good-looking men, and they have people who like think they're in love with them, but they don't feel that back. Don't lead them on. I know it seems really, really sad or horrible to be like, no, you know, it's not going to work ever. But you have to make it a point to let them know that, because they're going to be miserable, always chasing after something they can't have. But anyway, I do think it is important to be physical in a relationship. If you're not having sex and enjoying each other and pleasing each other, you know, overall the relationship's not going to work. You know, you can have a really, really great friend, but if you're not attracted to them, they're never going to be a good partner. Your partner basically has to be your best friend in the world, but you have to be physically attracted to them. Beauty does play a role in things. Just my opinion. It seems sad, but I do feel like there is a person for everyone. And there's a lot of people out there that some people would say ugly, to one person, but honestly to someone else, they're beautiful. So, the whole stereotypical, this is what a beautiful man looks like, or a handsome man, this is what a beautiful woman looks like, it's bullshit. It really is. There's some fucking ugly people out there. I'm being honest. There's some ugly fucking people out there, but there's some other people that love those people. And that's cool. That's what works, Some people are going to think I'm handsome. Some people are going to think I'm really fucking ugly. But the only thing that matters is that Christina, thinks I'm handsome. And I think she's beautiful. And that's why our relationship works, because we're very attracted to each other. But we're also best friends. No secrets, no problems. We will bicker, about stupid little things here and there, but we don't fight. And I think that's wonderful. And it's not just because it's new. Some people will say, oh, yeah, 10 years from now, you guys will be screaming at each other. Who knows what's going to happen in the future. But I love her so much that I don't fight with her. I get frustrated. All men get frustrated at women. It just happens. When you have a disagreement about something and you feel strongly about it, you disagree. And that's what creates a lot of arguments. But I could say, like, most of the time when I'm arguing with her, I'm wrong. And I know I'm wrong. And I seem shitty, but it's a stubborn thing that men do. We don't want to lose a fight, and we don't want to admit we're wrong. But I suck it up, and if I am wrong, halfway into like an argument or something, I'll just give her a hug and say, you know what, I'm being an asshole. I'm sorry. And she appreciates my honesty, because honesty is what counts. And a lot of men watching it, it's hard to swallow your pride, but sometimes we're wrong. Sometimes we're right, though. So the ladies watching, you should realize that too. Sometimes we are right. Just depends what we're talking about. But I know when to throw in the towel. When I'm arguing and I get frustrated because I am wrong, it pisses me off more because I don't want to admit that I'm wrong. But eventually I do. And that's why our relationship works, because we can laugh about stuff like that. We could be like getting into an argument and we're starting to raise our voices and stuff, and then we'll just start cracking up about it, But she's my perfect one, and I truly believe that. We've been together now for more than a year, and now we're married, and I couldn't possibly be happier. We just had a very, very small wedding. It wasn't like something you see on TV or something with a million people. It was very, very simple. I'm very excited to be starting my life. It's a new chapter in my life, I'm now a married man. And the next step is, really getting my shit together and eventually having some kids. And I can't wait for it. But, so that's why you see the wedding ring on, because I am married. And by the way, it is silver. So, not that it should be a shock or anything. I can say it was really, really hard to find a silver ring. We went to so many different jewelers and stuff, and everyone's pushing platinum and white gold and shit like that, and just knowing it was really hard to find a silver ring. It was really weird. But I got Christina a Tiffany's silver ring with a very, very small diamond in it, and I wanted something to match, so I just did a very simple silver band. So anyway, that's it, guys. I wanted to just talk a little bit about that so everyone knows. I don't have any secrets on YouTube. I publicize pretty much most of my life. There's certain things I don't want to talk about on camera just because they are private. Not everything needs to be on camera, but most things that I do and what's going on in my life, I do share with you guys. I know you guys appreciate it. Just like I watch so many people on YouTube, my favorite part of following people's channels is getting to know them as people. It's not necessarily the stuff they're showing or what they're doing. It's making friends, And I think that's why a lot of people like watching my videos, because you feel like you know me. And it's true. There's so many people out there who can walk up to me and know everything about me. I don't know a lot about you guys, but I'm always willing to listen. That's why I like to, getting messages and notes and letters from people and stuff. It's just really cool making new friends. And that's what I like about YouTube so much, is the exposure to new people who have similar hobbies and similar interests and are like-minded to myself. So I wanted to share that with you. I am officially a married man, and I could not be happier. So cheers to that. All right, guys. Well, I'm calling it a night. I feel very blessed that it was, warmer tonight. It's been so cold lately, and winter's coming. So we got a little reprieve today. A little bit of an Indian summer today. I think it got up to 50. Ooh, 50. That's warm. But it's been like in the high 20s lately. So right now it's probably low 40s. It's comfortable with just a sweatshirt on. Anyway, you don't need a weather report. That's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoy the video. I thank you for all the support and enjoying my videos. I love making them for you. And I have hundreds and hundreds and thousands of more to make, so stay tuned. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care.